Okay. So I'm doing another method that uh, tells the person the age that the person is at the moment, and adds it plus one, I think, and then yeah. So let's do this, and then say you. Let me do where's the hash? Then do this. So at name, actually self at name. Okay, I'll take you through. Let me just type it alafu, and then we see. Its name uh, is now self age plus. Not sure that this will work. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this will work. Puts I would say a caro. Let me see, caro equals to students. Here, in a name, caro additions, and age is, let's say, 24. Okay, let's run this file, see whether it works. If it does, then I'll explain. So Ruby, it's called food.rb. Okay. Uh, okay. Oh, it's Japan command. Sorry. So Caro dot. Uh, oh, sija initialize. Sorry. Attribute accessor and attributes. Var accessor name, and then age. So if we come here and say caro dot name, let's say again caro dot age, and then caro dot birthday. Okay, so let's run it and then see. Okay. Okay, it's not displaying the name and the age, but that hiyo ni sawa tu. It doesn't have self anyway, so yenye iko na self, it is what we want, and it has displayed. Okay, so let me start at the beginning. I've created as a simple class. The class is called students. It starts here and it ends here. Inside, I have a few methods. I have the initialize method and the birthday method, and I also created access attributes for the name and the age. So technically, this would work the same as this. Define name, then a name. So this is a getter, and this is a setter. So define uh, name equal to an echo parenthesis, say something like string, then at name equals to string. Okay, so this is a getter. Getter. This is a setter. So this is a getter. The work it does is to read. This is a setter. The work it does is to write. Right. Yeah. So all of this uh, okay, does two things. There's a getter and the setter. So to replace this, because it will be kind of repetitive whenever you're writing, let's say you have 50 things, you can't write getters and setters for all of them. It will become so repetitive. So best practice is to use the attribute accessor. The attribute accessor does both read, let me just type it here, does both get and set. It does both of, dollar sign, does both get and set at the same time. Equally, you could either write attribute reader or attribute writer kando kando, depending on the functionality that you want. So for example, if you want someone akieka age asiweze kubadilisha so for example, mtu akiweka name asiweze kubadilisha name again, uh, yeah, you can do that. Unaipatia tu attribute reader peke yake, ama yeah, attribute reader peke yake. So this was just a by the way, so I think I can remove this. uh, yeah. My class has two methods, the initialize and the birthday. So for the for the initialize, I am receiving two parameters, which one is name and the other is age. So anytime someone creates a new instance of students of the students class, it will force the person creating the new instance to input two things. Otherwise, it'll let an error. So after you make the two things, it stores them in an instance variable. Now this is what is called an instance variable. What it does, it stores data on the specific instance that you are running. So the specific instance we are running at the moment is Carol. Carol is the specific instance we're running. So Carol is an instance. What that means is we will feed Carol's information into this class, and then it will work out whatever commands we've given it, and then display whatever we want it to display. So by what I mean an instance is, assuming you had a class of let's say two people, you have Carol and you have Sam, yeah. So Carol will be one instance, Sam will be another instance. So what the instance variable does is that it stores data on that specific instance. So for example, whenever we are running this program, since we have only one instance, when we run it, it will this name, this instance variable will contain the name, which is Carol, because to me set we are receiving name, then setting it to the instance variable called name, that's with a single at with a single at. Whenever you see the single at, that is an instance variable. So the value of name throughout this instance, throughout this running of this program, will be Carol. Anytime you call name, it will refer to value Carol. Yeah. So I think up to this point, everyone is solid. So I have another class called birthday. So what birthday does is it takes the age of the name and the age. So the name tunaitoa kuju, the age also tunaitoa kuju. But now the self, what it does is that it takes the data based on this specific instance peer. So what self does is it will refer to the instance variables zenye ziko in the program right now. So let me atatua hizi mbili, and then do another instance of What are the name? Let me do Alex. Alex equals to students dot new, and do Alex then give him an sorry give him an age of maybe 19. Okay, so if I run this, bado sijapea birthday. Alex dot birthday birthday. Yeah, so now I have two instances. Carol is my instance one. Carol will run, and then after Carol is done, it will execute this line, and then after this is done, now it will start with Alex. Alex will be uh, my second instance, and then after Alex has been executed, it will come and then run this, then display whatever it is we want to display. Remember, most programming languages compile data from top to bottom. So it starts from line one, it does line one, line two, line three, line four, line five, line six, line seven, line 10. And then after it's done, okay, not even after it's done. If it comes here, for example, to Carol, and then finds, oh, we are creating a new instance of students. So it will come and look for students, and then irudi huku juu ipate, oh, this is the class students. So the user wants us to create a new instance with the following values: Carol, which is name, and the age, which is 24. So it takes this, does this process again, and then after it's done, comes back here and then says, oh, hii tushafanya, let's go to the next command sasa, which is run carol.birthday. So it will come up huku juu tena, and then look for birthday, and then execute whatever birthday has to offer. So if I run this, I'm getting two things now. I'm getting Carol is now 25. Mind you, tulikuwa tumeka Carol is 24 years old. 24 years old. But okay, I just did this for a bit of sophistication. You know that you can do some mathematical stuff up underneath. And then the second was Alex is now 20 years old. Na nilikuwa nimeka 19. So what self does is that it refers to the specific instance that you're running. Yeah, so Alex is the second. Alex is the second. Alex is the second in in okay. Lina, you can go ahead. Oh, okay. Require pry. Okay. Okay. Okay, Derek, go. Uh-huh. Oh, this when I write self. Okay, this is another thing. Sijaona kama kuna mtu mwenye amerisi. This is now called a method instance. This is a method instance. Okay, let me do this first. Let me do this e kwanza. E self ya kawaida. This is an instance class, and then after that maybe I'll touch on the method instance. Do you see the difference? Have you heard what I've said? There's a difference between when you write self here, and there's a difference between this self and this self. This is a method instance. This is an instance. Uh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a class method. Nimesema kitu wrong? Okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, self. Okay, I'll touch on that as soon as nimemaliza hii. I can just say something brief on that because those are two different things. Um. So yeah. Okay. Kidogo tu let me read through the chat. No, no. There's somebody asking, could you try using the word self? We see what error. Okay. So I'll do that using IRB. Jevons. I think haitashow kama unatumia the instance variable. Haitashow kama unatumia the instance variable. Yeah. Ukitumia instance variable, it will not. Okay, we can try it. Though that is something else. Let's do this. Kidogo tu. I'll just run try kidogo in a minute, and then we see what will go on. Okay, it's still running. It's still running even if you use the instance variable. Okay, but still, again, we said an instance variable refers to the specific value in this specific instance. So still, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, that's class methods. That is what I was talking about. So our class methods, class nitaguza kidogo. So nani, where I've forgotten the name. Okay, Lena wanted to for us to use require.pry. Then we see what's going on. Let me do this. Let me create terminal huku kando. Trial phase 3. Okay, now go back. Okay, let me do IRB. IRB. Later, let me just run the file. Let me just run the file. Acha nike. Lina, where do you want me to put the binding.pry? Okay, so okay, so it's Ruby. Good. Okay, so okay, we have run this program. Let me close this. We run this program and binding.pry iko hapa chini. So that means everything imesha processiwa. So any code that we run should be complete. So if I come and write let's start with self, see what it will bring up. Self. So I think when I say self, it now refers to the class itself. So let's do carol.self. Carol.self. Is it Carol? Okay. Self is not. Oh, it thinks it's a getter. Okay, it thinks it's a getter. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let me put self. Okay. Clear. Let me increase the terminal. Okay. So at this point, this is the point where you are right now, Sindio. Self yetu hata ndio hii hapa chini. So if I come and write self, we're running the specific instance. So self. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Nilishare the window instead of the whole screen. Uh, Okay. Okay. So we were saying, what were we saying? Okay. Pole pole. Exit. Sorry. I was supposed to put also binding dot pry. Control C so that we see what self has to offer. Sender. Okay. Clear. So yeah, we are at this point. So if we run self, I think we should see something. It's referring to student instance with the age of 24 and the age and with the name of Carol. So yeah. Okay. Kwani, what's wrong with okay? Okay, this is weird. Okay. You can see, yeah. Okay, sorry. So okay, to make what I've done is we've called self we've called self inside this method. As it is executing, it finds binding.pry, so it stops executing at this point. The reason for this is to do testing purposes. You can test code up to this point. So if you look at hapa juu isha paste ndo hii self yetu isha paste self yetu. So this is the instance that we are running at the moment right now. So at this point, the instance that is running is of age 24 and name Carol. So that means self refers to the specific instance that is running at the moment. Nini na run sahi. Let me exit, and then okay, upper. Is there anything that we need at the moment? Any line 14. Let me do self again. Then we see what it has. You see email letter the second instance, which is Alex, age 19, and the name is Alex. So what self does, the instance variable, uh, what am I saying? Self refers to the instance variable that you're running at the moment. We were running Carol at the moment, ikamaliza kuexecute, tuka exit, then kwa the next binding.pry ikakuja ikapata Alex tena. The reason why imeexecute twice ama nilimaliza hii nika exit tena ika execute tena is because we have two commands to run. We are creating two instances. We have this instance we are creating, and then you have this instance we are creating. So based on this, the program will run. Ikifika hapa ipate there's a command, so irudi huku juu irun tena. Ikifika hapa imalize. Aya, mind you tena carol.birthday ndio ime display hapa pia. Iko wapi carol? Ndio Carol is now 25 years. 25. So ime execute. Aya, ikimaliza ikipata there's a new instance being created, it again goes back at the top, then runs it again. That's why we tumepata this self again. So imerun both of the instances back to back. Um, is there any question up to that point? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when I'm just here, I can do Carol. Up, yeah, hapa ni Alex because nishapita kwa Carol. So alex dot name undefined local variable access method for Alex. Okay, so it's not getting this attribute accessor. Okay. Exit again, clear. And now let me run program. Then we try. So Carol. dot name. Yeah, it prints back Carol. So also what we should have done upper when we were saying I think tungeka puts Carol dot uh, name name, see whether I can display and say it here and run this again. So it's displaying Carol. Yeah, this is Carol is not 25 years. That is thanks to this Carol dot birthday. Again, it's displaying the instance. This is self, which is this, and then it's displaying Carol, which is name, which is this. Thanks to this, puts Carol dot name, and then Alex is now 20, which is thanks to this Alex dot birthday, and then the instance itself. So it acquire Alex. Sasa aya, there's a difference hata kama hapa haionyeshi the values haionyeshi the values. For example, hapa siziandika self naifanya haziandiki values venye tulikuwa tunaandika zilikuwa zinaandika before, is because mind you it's outputting before hata iassign, it's outputting before it assigns. So ukirun self inside this, that is when italeta the uh, ukirun binding.pry at this specific instance, that is when italeta the values when it's running in a capture the nimesema kitu inaitwaje? What is this thing called again, this variable? uh, instance variable. This is an instance variable. So I don't know whether that I'm being relevant. I'm confusing you guys. So this is an instance variable. Ins this is an instance variable. This means it is specific to the instance you're running. You're running um okay, any question? Something. Simon is asking, so what is the essence of using self if the methods works with instance variables? um I'm thinking at some point okay, however much, okay, however much something may work, it doesn't mean that that is the correct methodology. So I think kidogo Franklin. So I think however much you this instance variable might work, this is not the best convention, because at any point this might change peer. uh, so what self would do, so assuming, okay, but then let's do this. So assuming you have ename equal hapa, see, you remember we said instant nini variables can be reassigned. So assuming this imeassigniwa hapa value, and then huku chini bado tena umereassign again. Okay, so the recording will stop in a few minutes, in a few seconds. So it'll lead to unforeseen bugs. That's what I think. So I think self is better because self refers to the instance itself, the very instance you're running, and it will tend to be consistent rather than using the variable directly. Okay, that's what I think anyway.